supposed to answer the questions in the examination hall. Okay. The first question, the Chief Judicial Magistrate may pass a sentence of the imprisonment not exceeding 7 years is the right answer. The bond under the section 109 CrPC as a security for good behavior from the suspected person can be executed for a period not exceeding 1 year. Section 109 CrPC, bond execution not more than 1 year. The maximum limit of ₹500 that could be paid to the wife as a maintenance under the section 125 of CrPC 1973 was removed in 2001. Under the head subsequent conduct, which of the following types of conduct would be material, change of life, evasion of justice, fear, trembling, all of them? So under the head subsequent conduct, these are all things they are considered as a material conduct. Change of life, evasion of justice, fear, trembling, all of them. Under CrPC 1973, who shall record the information of rape being given by a rape victim? It is a woman police officer, or in absence of any woman police officer, any woman officer can record. Under provision of CrPC 73, summons are either for appearance or for producing a document of the things. Importance of the summons, either for appearance or for producing a document thing. Any private person may arrest any person who commits the offence in his presence or is a proclaimed offender. Any private person, it is possible. How long a warrant of arrest shall remain in force? Until it is executed or cancelled. For someone there is a limit, for warrant until it is executed or cancelled. Under the scheme of Criminal Procedure Code, non-cognizable offences are considered private wrongs. Non-cognizable or private wrongs. Which of the following cases can be cured under section 465 of the CrPC? The answer is the reading and recording of the evidence taken in one case into the another companion case. It is a section 465. Reading and recording of the evidence taken in one case into the other companion case. Section 265A to 265L of the chapter 21A of the CrPC deals with the plea bargaining. Plea bargaining is there in the section 265A to 265L. Security for good behavior from the habitual offenders is dealt under the section 110 of the CrPC. The plea bargaining is applicable only in respect of those offences for which the punishment of imprisonment is below 7 years, up to the period of 7 years. Only plea bargaining is considered. From a plain reading of the section 195 CrPC, it is manifest that it comes into the operation at the stage when the court intends to take cognizance of an offence under section 191 of CrPC. It has nothing to do with the statutory powers of the police to investigate into FIR, which discloses a cognizable offence. In other words, the statutory power of the police to investigate under the code is not in any way controlled or circumscribed by the section 195. This is what held in a case of Raj Singh versus State in 1998. Which provision under the Criminal Procedure Code 1973 deals with the procedure to be adopted by the magistrate to record confession and statement? Section 164 talks about the, under the CrPC, deals with the recording to be adopted by the magistrate to record the confession. Attachment of the property of a person absconding can be done under section 83 of CrPC. Attachment of the person who is absconding can be done under section 83 of CrPC. Magistrate may dispense with the personal attendance of accused under section 205. Personal attendance can be excused under section 205 of the CrPC by the magistrate. Section 105H of CrPC deals with the forfeiture of the property in certain cases. Bar to taking the cognizance after a lapse of the period of the limitation is dealt under the section 168 of CrPC. Under section 29 of CrPC, Chief Judicial Magistrate may pass any sentence authorized by the law except sentence of the death, imprisonment for life, imprisonment for a term exceeding 7 years. Chief Judicial Magistrate can pass maximum up to the 7 years. Beyond 7 years or any other, he cannot do it. Which of the following sections of the CrPC deals with the irregularities which vitiate the proceeding? Section 461 deals with the irregularities which will vitiate the proceedings. Under which of the following sections CrPC provisions relating to the police report is given? Police report is given under section 173(2) of I. 173(2)(I). Which of the following provisions of CrPC deals with the anticipatory bail? Section 438 deals with the anticipatory bail. 437, 438, 439, we should remember, all are related to the bail, different type of. 438 deals with the anticipatory bail. The provisions related to the cancellation of bond and bail is under 446A. Under which of the following section of the CrPC, police officer is under obligation to inform the accused ground of right to the bail? Section 50 talks about the rights of the accused. Under what circumstances court can issue an order for the attachment of the property of a person absconding? It can be done where the person to whom the proclamation is issued is about to dispose of the whole of his property, where the person to whom the proclamation is issued about to dispose any part of his property, or where the person to whom the proclamation is issued is about to remove the whole or any property. It can be applicable. For all these three cases, it is applicable. Section 482 of CrPC. The inherent power under the section 482 of CrPC is with High Court. Section 482 of CrPC is with High Court. Which of the following sentences can the Court of Sessions pass? Any sentence authorized by the law, but death sentence must be confirmed by the High Court. Sessions Court can pass any sentence including the death, but death sentence must be confirmed by the High Court. Under which one of the following sections of CrPC, police officer can arrest and execute without warrant? Section 41, police officer can arrest without any warrant. FIR gives the information on the commission of the cognizable crime. Any cognizable crime, FIR can be filed. Which one of the following courts under CrPC can try a murder case? Court of the Sessions can do it. Which one of the following sections of the CrPC deals with the compoundable offence? Section 320 is a compoundable offence. Compoundable means can compromise. Section 320 talks about the compoundable offence. What is the time limit for the section 468 of CrPC for taking a cognizance? It is 3 years time for the section 468 of CrPC for taking the cognizance. 3 years is the limit. The provision relating to free legal aid is given under the section 304. Free legal aid for the under the CrPC, it is section 304. Under which one of the following provisions of CrPC, police officer is under an obligation to produce a person arrested before the magistrate within 24 hours? Section 57. Section 57, under section 57, accused should be produced before the magistrate within 24 hours. Who may record a confession statement under 164 CrPC? Only the judicial officer can record the confession under the section 164. The provision related to the plea bargaining is not applicable in case of offense which is offense against the woman and socio-economic offense. Normally it is more than 7 years. It is not applicable. Okay, socio-economic offense as well as the offense against the woman are generally not applicable for the plea bargaining. Which one of the following section deals with the form of a summons? Section 61 talks about the form of a summons. Under CrPC provisions relating to the prosecution of the judge are provided under section 197. 197 deals with the provisions relating to the prosecution of the judge. Which one of the following sections of CrPC deals with the examination of a person accused of a rape by medical practitioner? It is a section 53A for the accused of the medical practitioner. According to section 167 of the CrPC, an accused person can be remanded to police custody for not more than 15 days at a time. It is a 15 days at a time, section 167. Examination in chief is conducted by the presiding judge in the court. Its examination in chief is conducted by the presiding judge in the court. Under section 321 CrPC, for a criminal intimidation, section 506 of IPC is applicable for section 321 CrPC for the criminal intimidation. Here the two are there, CrPC 320, IPC 506. Under which of the following sections of the code of CrPC, police can arrest accused without warrant? That is section 41. Police can arrest because it is a non-cognizable offense. Section 41. Which of the following is true summons under the section 61 of CrPC? It is a milder form, it is for appearance, it is for the producing the documents. All of them under the section 61 of CrPC for the summons. Under section 239 CrPC, the magistration can discharge the accused if the charges are groundless. Directly magistrate can discharge under section 239 if the charges are groundless. A person arrested should not be detained more than 24 hours because he has to be produced before the magistrate. In which of the following under section 59 of CrPC, the discharge of an arrested person by a police officer can take place on his own bond, on bail, or under special order of the magistrate? Any of these cases, a person can be released by the police officer under section 59 of CrPC. Police can seek a bond for a good behavior under section 109 and 110 of CrPC for a habitual offenders. They can seek a bond for a good behavior for section 109, 110 for a habitual offenders. What is the time prescribed for filing the FIR? There is no specific time because FIR is always in a criminal case. So there is no specific time limit like 24 hours, 48 or 14 days. There is no time limit specified in CrPC. Which of the following deal with the evidence for the prosecution? Section 242 CrPC, it deals with the evidence for the prosecution. CrPC is the subject of a concurrent list. It is both state and central, so it is under a concurrent list. Bailable and non-bailable has been defined in the section 2A of CrPC. 2A talks about the bailable and non-bailable of CrPC. Under section 21 of CrPC, special executive magistrate may be appointed by the state government. Police may carry out the personal search on arrest of the person under section 51 of CrPC. The special court is not a subordinate to the High Court, and it is neither superior to High Court nor supplement. It is a special court is formed for a specific purpose. It is not a subordinate to the High Court. The power under section 159 of CrPC can be exercised by a magistrate when police decide not to investigate, when the investigation is still going on. Both A and B are none of the above. So section 159, it does not deal with any of these cases. So here we have to refer to our code for section 159. Statement recorded during the investigation under section 161 for contradicting the witness. The power of taking the cognizance of offence is under section 190 of the CrPC. Additions or alternation of the charges is provided in the CrPC under section 216, which is the authority that determines the language of the court other than the High Court within the given state under section 271 of CrPC. A warrant of arrest may be extended at any place within the India. Like warrant doesn't have any time limit, so it can be extended also at any place in India. Which of the following section deals with such a warrant? Section 93 deals with the warrants. Which case is leading case on arrest? State of West Bengal versus D.K. Basu is the leading case on arrest. The concept of the plea bargaining is not applicable for the women, offences against the woman or a child. Under which section of CrPC the Assistant Public Prosecutor is appointed? Under section 25 of CrPC, Assistant Public Prosecutor is appointed. Which of the following section deals with the provisions relating to the maximum period? Section 436A deals with the provisions relating to the maximum period for which an under trial prisoner can be detained. Section 437A. To make the criminal harmless by supplying him those things which he lacks and cure him to those drawbacks which made him to commit crime is known as reformative or a rehabilitative corrective theory of the punishment. Which of the following section enable the court to cancel the bond? Section 446A has under section 446A, the bond can be cancelled. Bail bond or a bond can be cancelled by the court. In which of the following cases Supreme Court of India opined that bail is the surety and the jail is an exception? Motiram versus State of MP. The Supreme Court said bail is the surety and bail is an exception. Motiram versus State of MP. Where a magistrate of the first class passes only a sentence of fine not exceeding 100 against an order where an appeal shall lie in the court of the Chief Magistrate, in court of Chief Metropolitan Magistrate, both A and D, none of the above is the answer. In a bailable offence, bail is granted as a matter of right by the police officer, by the court, or both by the police officer and the court. A proclaimed person whose property has been attached can claim the property or the sale proceeds on appearance within 2 years of the attachment. Where the police submit a final report under section 173(2) of CrPC for dropping or a proceedings to a magistrate, the magistrate may accept the same, may reject the same, or may reject the same and order for further investigation. He can do any of the thing. Section 173(2) of section 173 CrPC says a magistration may accept, may reject, or may reject and order the same. Orders under section 125 of CrPC summary in nature and do not finally determine the rights and obligations of the parties, which are to be finally determined by the civil court. In a cognizable case under IPC, police have the authority to arrest a person without the warrant or to investigate offence without the permission of the magistrate. It is a cognizable case, police have the authority. During investigation, a search can be conducted without a warrant by any police officer, by an investigation officer. Any of them is correct. Both of them are correct. Committal proceeding under section 209 of CrPC is for a nature of the inquiry. 209 talks about the inquiry for the CrPC. Recording of a pre-summoning evidence may be dispensed with under section 200 of CrPC if the complaint is made in writing by a public servant in the discharge of his official duties. Discharge of the official duties, any complaint is made by the official, covers under section 200 of CrPC. An executive magistrate may require security for keeping a good behavior from habitual offenders for a period of not more than 3 years. The police officer executing the warrant may use adequate forces to access the place where search is to be conducted when a free ingress is not possible. As per the provisions of the Code of CrPC, in case of a merger of the complaint with the police report, the procedure to be followed for the trial shall be case instituted on the police report. Special summons under section 206 of the Criminal Proceeding Code can be issued by magistrate only. Section 41B is incorporated into the Criminal Procedure Code on the basis of which of the following? It is a DK Bose versus State of West Bengal, which is kind of an illegal arrest. For 41B, DK Bose versus State of Bengal. Chapter dealing with the plea bargaining has been issued in the amendment of CrPC Act 2005. As per the Criminal Procedure Code, during the investigation, a search can be conducted without warrant by an investigation officer. Which of the provisions under the CrPC Code reflects the principle of the atrophies acquits or atrophies convicts? Section 300 talks about the atrophies acquits or atrophies convicts. As per the provisions of the Criminal Procedure Code, word inspection used in the C1 of section 93, locality and the place. Section 93(1)(c) talks about the locality and the place. Statement recorded during the investigation under section 161 of CrPC can be used during the trial for contradicting the witness. If an accused is charged for a major offence but not found guilty thereunder, he can be convicted for a minor offence if the fact established indicate that such minor offence has been committed. It was so upheld, in which case it is the state of Himachal Pradesh versus Tara Dutt. If a court lower to the session court tries a murder case, the court is called quorum non judice. If a court lower than a session court tries a murder case has to be done by the only session court. An executive magistrate may require security for keeping good behavior from habitual offenders for a period of not more than 3 years. Section 167 of CrPC provides the nature of the custody can be altered from a judicial custody to police custody and vice versa. The alteration can be done during the period of first 14 days. Under which provision of the CrPC it is mandatory for a police officer to inform that person arrested on the grounds of the arrest and right of the bail if the offence is non-bailable. Section 105. Section 41B inserted in the CrPC on the basis of which of the following decision? Section 41B introduced in CrPC on the basis of DK Basu versus State of Bengal. Civil surgeon shall refer unsound-minded person to a clinical or a psychologist or psychiatrist. However, by virtue of the section 328(2), the aggrieved accused may prefer appeal before the medical board consisting of the head of a psychiatry or a faculty of the medical college. Section 328(2) of section 328 gives the privilege for the accused who is unsound-minded to approach the medical board. Procedure of investigation of a criminal cases under CrPC is contained in the chapter 12, The CrPC ensures that principle of a separation of the powers for each limb of the state is not to be breached. Each limb of the state, various state organs, it should not be breached. Section 6 of the CrPC defines the classes of a criminal code. Section 1906 defines the classes of the criminal codes. When an offence is bailable, a person has the right to be released on bail upon the arrest. Section 273 of CrPC, how an evidence is to be taken. It can be taken in the presence of an accused, where the personal attendance of the accused is dispensed with, in the presence of his pleader, or in the presence of the police. So answer is both A and B, that is in the presence of the accused or when the personal attendance of the accused is dispensed in the presence of his pleader, not in presence of the police. If a woman is sentenced to death is found to be pregnant, High Court shall order the execution of the sentence if he thinks fit, commute the sentence to the imprisonment for the life. A pregnant woman, if sentenced to the death, is usually commuted to the sentence of the imprisonment of the life. Under which section of the CrPC, the procedure when investigation cannot be completed within 24 hours has been discussed. Section 167 deals with this investigation which cannot be completed within 24 hours. What is provided in CrPC 1973 is the code provides a procedure for implementation of the criminal justice system, and it also provides the mechanism for the investigation of the trial of offences. It is for the procedure for the implementation as well as the procedure for the investigation mechanism. As per C of the section 2, a cognizable offence is where a police officer may arrest without warrant. Section 100 of CrPC refer to the search. Is there any maximum period for which an undertaker can be detained under section 436 of A? Yes, half of the maximum period of the imprisonment specified for that particular offence. Maximum period is half of the whatever the probable imprisonment for the specified offence. This is given in the section 436A. Which provision under the criminal procedure 1973 deals with the procedure to be adopted by magistrate to record the confession? It is section 164. Any police officer may, without an order from the magistration and without warrant, can arrest any person who obstruct the police officer while in the execution of his duty, or who has escaped or attempts from the lawful custody under section 41E of CrPC. Plea bargaining is applicable only when the punishment is less than 7 years. Which provisions of the CrPC provides indication as to the rule against the double jeopardy? Section 300 talks about the rule under the rule against the double jeopardy. If an accused is charged of a major offence but is not found guilty, there he can be convicted for a minor offence if the facts established indicate that such minor offence has been committed. This is a case where state of Himachal Pradesh versus Taradat has been decided. Section 195 of the code provisions are mandatory, and non-compliance of it would initiate the prosecution of all the consequential orders. This is upheld by the court in case of a Muniyappan versus state of Tamil Nadu. Order granting anticipatory bail becomes operative on arrest. Compensation of the victims of the crime under the criminal law related to section 357. What a person may be charged jointly, tried and together under section 223 of CrPC. For a person accused of the same offence committed in the course of same transaction, persons accused of an offence and persons accused of abetment or attempt to commit such offence, or persons accused in a different offences committed in the course of the same transaction. All of the above is the answer under section 223 of CrPC. The investigating officer during the investigation records the statement under section 161 of CrPC. In a bailable offence, the bail is granted either by the police officer or by the court or by both police officer under the court. The answer is either by police officer or by the court. Non-cognizable offence has been defined under section I of 2. Cognizable is defined under C of 2. Non-cognizable under I of 2. Section 91 of CrPC does not apply to the accused. Cognizable offence under CrPC has been defined under C of section 2 of CrPC. It is mandatory to produce a person within 24 hours before the magistration covered under section 57 of CrPC. A refusal to answer the question put to a witness under section 161 of CrPC's offence under section 179 of IPC. A statement of a witness recorded under section 161 of CrPC in writing during the investigation is signed by the person making the statement, or any record thereof is covered under section 3 of 161 of CrPC. Which of the following classification offence comes under the CrPC? Cognizable, non-cognizable, bailable, non-bailable, summon cases, warrant cases. All are under the CrPC. A complaint as provided under D of section 2 can be only in writing, can be oral, either in writing or in oral. It is just D of section 2 where the complaint is made, either oral or in writing. Friends, these are all the previous exam questions of AIB. So this will help us to identify some important sections and also have a quick review what happened. I hope this will be useful to our friends who is appearing for the AIBE, and that is the main purpose why I am making just videos on this YouTube videos, so that it will be helpful. And if you like this, please share it with others and also subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will be coming with another subjects also in next few days. Thank you very much.